checking out the market today. It's a sideways movement day. It's not too bad for Bitcoin, a little bit up, and hopefully we can push through that 16,000 barrier, which we'll talk about in a minute. Ethereum's kind of just ranging at the moment in its nice little triangle. It's kind of trying to push above that 480 mark, so that'd be nice if it can break out of its triangle, and we'll have some upward movement for the market. Market is a little bit slower today, and we'll see that it's kind of moving sideways. Our alts aren't moving as good, mainly because of uncertainty with BTC. So the BTC pairing is going to affect everything when there's uncertainty in the market, which we don't know which way Bitcoin's going to go, up or down. Then people will start pulling their money out and putting it over into Tether, or maybe over into Bitcoin if they're thinking of going long with Bitcoin. So over to Binance, checking out Binance at the moment. It's alts are still performing pretty good today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double digits, and that's pretty good. So Alpha got launched only it's about a month ago now, maybe a little bit less than a month ago, and it got hammered at the start, absolutely hammered. But what you can kind of guarantee with these launch pads on Binance, that at some stage they will pump, and Alpha's been in the top list, and it's also DeFi. It's in the innovation section of Binance, that they will pump at some stage. But you don't want to be buying the top. Very risky buying the top when they first are launched onto Binance platform. So you don't want to hop in there. You want to find some price flattening out, and then you can hop in and then hopefully ride a good pump. So there definitely is a pump. You don't want to be caught in the exit kind. It's not really an exit scam, but kind of the exit scam of these new listings. So you can see here, there's plenty of green, plenty of green, plenty of green. Not too much happening down here. DeFi is still going pretty good, which we'll talk about a bit later as well, with institutional investors getting into DeFi and Yearn. Now, BTC, we're up here at 15,836. So this is on the daily chart. We're still in the overbought section of the RSI, which is nice. And our Stotch is right down the bottom here and had a nice cross. And we haven't had a crossover just yet either of the MACD. So while ever this is pegged up here, anything can kind of happen. Like if the bulls are kind of in control right now, so if they can push above the 16,000 mark, that's where I'll be looking for longs again right now. If Bitcoin can go through to 16, have a good, nice little close out through 16, probably on the 4 hourly, and then hopefully we can push higher and go for all-time highs on Bitcoin. Dominance is just tracking sideways virtually, but we'll have a look at that in a second. We can see this ascending triangle, which is it's a trend continuation really. We've touched this here as we talked about in the last few videos, and it's touched here a couple of times, 3 times now, and trying to punch through. So every time it tries to punch through, it's around what are we talking? 15,900. So every time it tries to punch through, the chances get better that it's going to punch through. So you just knock it on the ceiling, knock it on the ceiling, knock it on the ceiling, bang, and we'll knock on the ceiling. So anything above 16,000 with a closeout, I feel that's not a bad long position at the moment for myself. You can see here we've got a good MACD cross as well, and it's tracking upways. We've got this tracking upways, our histogram, and we've got our RSI tracking upways. Hopefully we can get into the overbought and peg it up here for a while and have a good couple of pumps. The other thing here is this could roll over and maybe come back down, but within the next five, 5 to 10 hours or so odd, we would probably see a move out of Bitcoin. We've got lowering volume as well, which kind of could say that we are going to have a move, and people are going to want to see this break. Whichever way it breaks, it needs a bit of volume behind it, and then you could enter into whichever position it is that you think it could go from this triangle here. Ethereum's looking exactly the same, really, and so is the altcoins as well, the altcoin dominance. So you come around here, we've got this, come back down here, touch this support. So that could be a good thing for Bitcoin dominance, but a bad thing for the alts. So if this dominance tracked along here for a while and started coming down, this would be really nice. But it's kind of found a bit of support in this area here, which you can see here, bang, 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 bang. It's pretty strong support, as you can see there. So keep that in mind with your altcoins at the moment. Probably got to make sure that you have stop losses in place and make sure that you don't take any losses, and make sure that all of your profits are locked in, I would say, with your altcoins, because there could be a little bit of bleeding coming up if everything starts to move over into Bitcoin or USDT. Here's your total two, so all the altcoins. You can see here it kind of looks the same as just a triangle here, ascending triangle moving up. Could break down, could break up. It should break up. You would hope that it breaks up, but kind of we've had a MACD cross down to the downside. This is rolling down, and this here is flattening out as well. So all eyes on Bitcoin, I would say. You can see here Ethereum just doing its thing as well. So it's got the same kind of triangle, and it should break to the upside. We'll see what it does. This could be a nice cross for us, and this is tracking upwards, and the RSI is tracking upwards as well. So got good support here with the 200 moving average, which is good, and this trend line as well. Okie dokie. Over to DeFi. DeFi right now is having a pretty good pump. So over the last couple of days, it's absolutely powered. So institutional investors are buying DeFi. They're buying the DeFi products, and they're smart because they're buying at the bottom. And there's the DeFi market pumped hard and then it bled hard. So the institutional investors have come back in and said, righto, we believe in some of these products and that they're going to pump again, which they will. I don't think that DeFi is dead at all. I think DeFi is just sitting there, bled out, ready to pump again as soon as Bitcoin starts to settle down and kind of tracks back on the dominance. As you can see here, we can see that they've been in a lot of things. So YFI, they are getting into. You can see here Polychain is accumulating several other top DeFi tokens, including Compound, Maker, or Maker's been around a fair while, and it's pumped pretty hard as well. Filecoin is probably when it first came out, it was around 100 and something dollars, and it can definitely pump again. Orchard can definitely go, and Ox can definitely go as well. I still like DeFi, and I think DeFi, compared to where it was only a month ago, is probably like 80% down. Most of them are 80% or more down. So some of them a bit less, and some have come back up over the last few days. But there's good upside potential with some of the better DeFi products, and we talked about that yesterday with Coty, with good news and a good chart being able to come up. Here's the YFI chart, having a bit of a look at that. It punched down through demand here and then come back up. So there's probably pretty good demand down around that 15,000 mark, I would say. From its all-time highs, it's crazy. It's like half price. It's absolutely nuts. So it could come back down, test this again, and then go for a nice little run and start to form a bit of an uptrend. So that'd be nice for YFI. Kind of a bit of bullish divergence here, like hidden bullish divergence. So you've got a lower low on the histogram, but you've actually got a higher low on the price action. So that could happen. It's also happening on the Stotch. So that's probably a medium good sign for YFI, as long as Bitcoin doesn't go mad. If Bitcoin goes mad, pretty much forget about it. and start again, I would say. Same here with Vet or Vechain. It's putting in a bottom, or it's trying to put in a bottom, and then you come down here. This is accumulation zone. It's happened here. It's happened a lot of times actually with Vechain. Come down here. It could come down here again. Bottom out around 50 areas. Kind of wouldn't touch it below 40, I would say, and because it could bleed right out at 40. But it might put a bottom in here, come across here, and then come on up. So that'll be pretty nice out of Vechain. Hopefully we can get some good pumps out of Vechain and get 3x or 2x would be nice too. Not complaining out of 2x. If you're not using Binance, you've got to be using Binance. Click on the link in the description below and you get 10% off as well. So on your fees, which is pretty nice forever. All right. If you like what I'm doing and you think it's got some good value, give us a like and a comment and subscribe. Even if you don't, please subscribe. Thanks.